The main story this lunchtime in Scotland today. Tributes flood in for Celtic coach Tommy Burns, who's died after losing his battle with cancer. Good afternoon. The former Scotland international, described as a true Celtic legend, passed away at his home this morning. He was 51. Well, let's cross live now to our chief reporter, David Cowan, who's outside Celtic Park. David.
Well, as soon as the news was announced this morning, fans started coming here. When we arrived at about 9:30, there was half a dozen scarves tied to the railings. Well, just look at it now. A massive shrine to the man people are saying today is one of the club's greatest ever servants. Celtic says messages of sympathy have been coming in from all over the world. The Prime Minister Gordon Brown says Scottish football has been robbed of one of its most inspirational figures of modern times. But certainly one of the most emotional tributes I've seen so far today came from the current Celtic manager, Gordon Strachan. With tears in his eyes, he said that becoming Tommy Burns' friend had been the best thing that had happened to him since he joined Celtic.
As I said, the top league, being a man, and even yesterday when I was with him yesterday, that his faith is incredible. That all he was interested in yesterday was making sure that Roseman, the kids, and I was all right, and he wasn't thinking about himself, which is absolutely incredible.
Well, a fan has left a message here which said the world's greatest Celtic supporter is now in heaven. There's a Rangers scarf lying down there that says RIP Tommy, a legend. Rangers fans have also been coming here this morning straight from Manchester to leave their own tributes.
Absolutely devastated. I mean, just got a text message from my sister. Thought it was still dreaming, you know. It's unbelievable. Too quick.
Great gentleman. It's just so sad to hear the news.
Just to pay my respects to a marvellous servant and ambassador to this football club and all the things that it represents.
Very sad, my heart's broke. He was a great player. Great player.
Tommy's a legend for Scottish football. We just found out, we're just on the road back up from Manchester for the cup final. We found out the services that Tommy passed away, so got to give him his mark of respect. Great ambassador for his club and but also for Scottish football.
A legend, we've lost a legend.
Well, Rangers also cancelled their plans this morning to take their team to Ibrox in an open-top bus. They cancelled that as a mark of respect. What's happening today here very much shows again how much football and footballers come to mean to people. Tommy Burns' funeral is being arranged for Tuesday next week. Live from Celtic Park, back to you.
David, thank you. Greater Manchester Police have released footage which appears to show Rangers fans attacking officers. Trouble flared during last night's UEFA Cup final between the Glasgow club and Zenit St Petersburg when a large screen showing the game broke down. 15 officers were injured and 42 people were arrested. A Russian fan was also stabbed inside the stadium. Well, we're joined now by our senior reporter Mike Edwards, who's in Manchester. Mike.
Louise, yes, this wasn't just a football match, this was a massive public event here in Manchester. It went, well, pretty well according to plan, apart from a series of very ugly incidents involving Rangers fans and riot police. As you say, the big screen in Piccadilly Gardens failed, and thousands of fans, obviously irate because they couldn't see the game, tried to leave to come here to Albert Square to see the game on the screens here. The clashes with the fans have drawn condemnation from the highest level in Scotland.
There were now more, we know, than 100,000 supporters went to Manchester. The overwhelming majority in the overwhelming number of locations enjoyed a carnival atmosphere, a festival of football. It seems that the behaviour of a small minority of fans was completely unacceptable.
And condemnation also from number 10.
It was a disgrace to see people misbehaving. It was a minority, but it's completely unacceptable. And for that to happen in a public place where the Manchester authorities had made available the facilities for people to enjoy the match means that they have good reason, both the police and the authorities, to be very angry about what happened.
Well, one hangover from last night is that there will not be a fan zone here in Manchester for the Champions League final next week between Man United and Chelsea. If you want to see that game, you don't have a ticket and you're not going to Moscow, you're watching it at home. Louise.
Mike, thank you. And now here's Sean with the weather.
Change your outlook and fly away on a UK break. Flybe, sponsors of STV Weather.
Well, the cloud that we've had around so far through today has been very stubborn to clear. Remember, over the last couple of days we've had cloudy starts to the day and then it turns out fine by the afternoon. That cloud is very slow to clear, but I do imagine we'll see some brighter sunny spells coming through, more so as we head towards evening a few hours before the sun sets. And then tonight it turns rather cloudy again, but it should remain dry. Let's look at the satellite from earlier on today, and it's a large shelf of clouds sitting out over the North Sea that's been feeding its way westwards, and that's what's given us those cloudy conditions earlier on today. Western parts have fared best down towards the Ayrshire coast, around southern parts of Argyll and Bute, and also up towards the north of Argyll and Bute. Some sunshine here. And it's here we will see the best of any brighter sunny spells as we go through the rest of today. But through the rest of the afternoon elsewhere, we are holding on to cloud and still a chilly breeze in the east. Best of the sunshine in the west, where temperatures perhaps up to around 16 or 17 degrees Celsius. That takes us into the low 60s in Fahrenheit.
Flybe VIP lounges. More thinking time here means more relaxing time here. Flybe, sponsors of STV Weather.
And that's all for now. Scotland Today is back at 6 with the very latest news and sport from all of us here. Enjoy your afternoon. Bye-bye.